going to get a bit weird on you today, weirder than normal. I'm going to talk about breathing. You know, I think that one of the most annoying things that someone can say to you when you're really stressed out is breathe. That's really fucking annoying, isn't it? Whenever anybody said that to me before, I kind of wanted to smack them in the face. But even more annoying is to learn that it actually really does work. When you're stressed out, long, slow, deep breaths will calm you down. So those annoying people that tell you to breathe when you're stressed, like my mum, they're right. And there's actually reasons why they're right, because the theory is, or the science is, that when you're breathing long, slow, deep breaths, you activate your parasympathetic nervous system. That's the rest and digest one. That's the chilled out one that most people with anorexia forget what it feels like to be in their parasympathetic nervous system because you're so fucking stressed the whole time. But anyway, so long, slow, deep breathing activates the parasympathetic nervous system. You think about it like this. Like when you're really stressed, your heart rate rises and your breathing goes fast. And so that's the activation of the sympathetic nervous system, which is the fight or flight one. So your breathing goes fast and your heart rate goes up because your body's preparing to take flight or fight someone. And if you do slow your breathing down, like if you take long, slow, deep breaths, you don't do the flight or fight thing anymore. It's basically impossible to freak out when you're breathing long, slow, deep breaths. Try it. Next time you're going to freak out, next time you feel yourself freaking out, breathe really long, slow, deep breaths. And you'll find that you actually, while you're breathing long, slow, deep breaths, you can't freak out. It's almost impossible. So that's how you can switch voluntarily between your nervous systems, which is really damn cool if you think about it. You can voluntarily switch from sympathetic nervous system into your parasympathetic nervous system by using your breath, which is why yoga people go on about it so much. Gotta give it to them. It is kind of important and cool, and it works. So the way that I use this in recovery, God, I used it a lot actually, that understanding of, oh, if I breathe long, slow, deep breaths, I chill out a bit. So I used it in things like fear foods, eating pizza for the first time, feeling my heart rate lift up, and then long, slow, deep breaths just before I sat down for the meal, and I was more able to tolerate it. I also used to, sometimes like mid-meal, I'd start to get a little bit panicked, so I'd just stop eating for a second, I'd put my fork down, I'd take a couple of long, slow, deep breaths, get myself back under control, back into my parasympathetic nervous system, pick my fork up, and continue. And so I used it a lot, breathing, and it really was very helpful. So I think you kind of have to practice it at first. Actually practice just sitting there and taking long, slow, deep breaths and feeling yourself calm down when you do that. And then once you're getting used to practicing it more, just like randomly, then start to bring it in to help you tackle the things that you're scared of. Usually food for most of us, and if you're in recovery from anorexia. And it just helps you stay focused, and it stops like that fear overwhelming you, causing you to freak out, throw the plate of food on the ground and run out the room, which I've done before. That was before I knew how to breathe. Breathing really helped me stop doing that shit.